Hello, guys. I am Ajiboye Isaac, and this is part of the lesson series on probability laws and conditional probability. In our previous lessons, we have looked at the addition and multiplication law of probability, and so we want to apply that concept to this example. A company that manufactures tires has three factories: factory 1, 2, and 3, and each of the factories produces 35%, 45%, and 20% respectively. 4%, 5%, and 7% of these tires produced by factory 1, 2, and 3 respectively are defective. Now we are required to draw the tree diagram. We are required to determine the probability that a tire bought from the company is defective and the probability that the defective tire is produced from factory 2. And so this is one way we can also understand how to use tree diagram to approach such a problem. So we'll draw the tree diagram and distribute this proportion of proportion produced by factory 1 and the proportion of the defective and non-defective. Please take note that the sum of the proportion for factory 1, factory 2 must be 100%. So should in case you have a problem where only two proportions are given, you can determine the third proportion by subtracting from 100. Sum the two that is given and subtract from 100. Uh, Also, if you look at the proportion of the defective given, you can get the proportion of the non-defective by subtracting from 100% likewise. So you see that the sum of the proportion of defective and non-defective will always be 100%. So take note of that. And then now we have our tree diagram. So the next thing to do is to find the probability that the tire bought from the company is defective. Please note that 35% can be converted to 0.35 and 45% can be converted to 0.45 as displayed. So the probability of defective tire P of D is equal to probability of defective tire from factory 1, probability of defective tire from factory 2, proportion of defective tire from factory 3. And that right there is addition law of probability, because the defective could be from factory 1 or from factory 2 or from factory 3. And right there is the application of addition law of probability. But within the factory 1, we see the multiplication law of probability in use, which will give us probability of the proportion produced by factory 1 multiplied by the proportion that is defective. So that will give us 0.35 times 0.04 plus 0.45 times 0.05 plus 0.20 times 0.07. If we compute this value and sum, this will give us 0.051. This is a probability or the proportion of defective tire produced by the three factories of the company. So the next question is that we should determine the probability that a defective tire is produced from factory 2. So we pick a tire that is defective. We want to find the probability that it is produced from factory 2. So this is equivalent to the intersection between defective tire and factory 2, which right there is multiplication law divided by the proportion of defective tire. So we have 0.45 times 0.05 divided by 0.051. If you compute that value, that will be equivalent to 0.044. And this is how we approach a problem of probability and conditional probability in such a problem. If this video has been helpful, like, subscribe to the channel, share with those that may find this video helpful. I'll see you in other example videos. Thank you. Bye.